Today I have a challenge that made me question my whole existence. It took me 14 hours and countless days of searching, editing and suffering to make this video come to life. All of this to answer the question, is the tail only run actually fun in Dark Souls Remastered? And before we start the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give me a like and leave a comment because YouTube loves that. And without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before we do anything, I probably should explain what we're gonna do. There are 8 bosses that we need to kill. Each boss has their own tail weapon that we need to acquire. And each tail we're gonna kill a boss with it. There are about 27 bosses, so we're gonna use each tail to kill at least one boss. And we use the black fire bombs to kill the asylum demon out of habit. And then we go talk to Oscar a little bit, and then we go to the nearest airline to go to the Firelink Shrine. After going up to the undead parish, we find our little friend, the Drake. Look at him, isn't he cute? Yes, of course he's cute. And then we go to the merchant so we can buy the short bow and we get the arrows. Sadly I make a mistake. I get the wooden arrows for 35 damage instead of getting the superior strong, that is the standard arrows that give us 60 damage. Anyways, we go straight to our little friend, the Taurus demon. And I have a plan. Okay, so this is the plan. This is me and this is the boss. And what I will do is I will go near the edge and the boss is gonna be like, ooh, what are you doing here? And he will try to kill me, but he will jump off and die. Yeah, he will die and he will be defeated. This is the perfect plan. I don't think there's anything bad with it, and yeah. And of course my first attempt does not go as I expected, because the thing that I wanted to do to him, it happened to me. Classic. Of course, nothing goes as you want as I am in the Firelink Shrine. Yeah. Anyways, we go all the way back to the undead parish. But before I go to the bonfire, I get ambushed by fucking hollows. After making sure we sit at the bonfire, we go to do our second attempt at the Taurus demon. And of course, nothing goes as planned as I die many times. Somehow, someway, I don't know why, but the Taurus demon probably felt bad for me, so he just joined and jumped. I mean, thank you, a victory is a victory, I guess. And of course, we have to say hi to Solaire. After saying goodbye to our sun brother, we just go and reverse the bridge. Hopefully the Hellkite Drake does not kill us. We kick down the ladder, then go to our little farm. Yeah. Of course we start farming, and this takes a little bit more than I wanted to. Of course, if I had good standard arrows that deal 60 damage, it would have been much easier, but anyways, in the end, after like 5 minutes of trying, we get the Drake sword. And we go and try it right away, and the damage is actually very good. It's a good early game weapon, but it actually drops down the mid and late game. And this made some boss fights very long, and you'll see going to the video. After we free Lothric and go down the elevator to Firelink Shrine, and after we take our prize, then we introduce him to our feet, as he probably fell for them. We quit and load in to get our prize, the Ring of Fap, as it boosts our stamina and HP and equip load also by 20%, making it an essential ring for our game. After all of that, we go to our next boss fight, as we're gonna fight the Bill Gargoyles. And in this boss fight, we will get one of our 8 tail weapons, the Gargoyle Tail Axe. And after we got our tail, after finishing the first gargoyle, the second becomes super easy as it already has half health, so a couple of hits makes the deal shut. And then we hit the swag move. And then we went and rang the first Bell of Awakening. And here, honestly, I have to rant a little bit about this weapon. I'm not gonna lie. The Gargoyle Tail Axe is such a bad weapon. I don't even know why is it in the game. It does absolutely bad damage. Of course, it does help with resistance of poison and toxin and bleed, but the damage output is just bad. It does get reinforced with Titanite shards, but at this point, do I really need to use it? The Drake Sword holds better at this stage of the game than the Gargoyle Tail Axe. But even after all of that rant, we will still gonna use it to kill our boss. And we're gonna use it for other stuff as well. We're not gonna just discard it right away. There's still some hope for the tail axe. Anyways, forget all of this rant, as we are now going to go to the boss fight that literally almost made me quit the challenge once and for all. And the reason I hate this boss fight is just for the fucking dogs. We died many times because of the dogs. I'm really starting to hate my life because of them. This challenge really made me rethink my life choices. And after we finally killed them with one strike, it was only me and the Capra. But I did the unthinkable, and I choked. And after dying 2 more times, decided to go to another place. Do I sound tired? I am. I'm going to fight Quelaag. Going to the Quelaag fight, our damage did not decrease here because 54 damage is crazy. But her movesets are actually quite easy, so we just make quick work of her. And the swag still remains. And then we go and ring the second bell of awakening. And for anybody watching this, sorry, you might need to close your eyes. And since we are already here, I was thinking, why not get another boss win? Ceaseless Discharge does not aggro once we enter the boss arena, but he does once we get his sister's armor, aka the best armor of the entire game. We try to run back, but he does a slam dunk. After that, we cheese the shit out of him, and after 5 hits, we win. After that, we go to Filing Shrine to reinforce our Istus Flask, and then hold our balls as we go again to fight Capra. And would you look at that? Thank you, game. But in my next attempt, we lock in, and we finally kill Capra. Do you see how frustrated I was? I couldn't believe it. Then we go to the depth and free Laurentius, whatever. And then we go straight to the Gaping Dragon. And in this boss fight, we can get our third tail weapon, the Dragon King Great Axe, or Humpty Dumpty. I like calling it Humpty Dumpty. We did not even take the channeler, but we got the Humpty Dumpty. And then we just win, like it's the Gaping Dragon, nothing really changes, it's easy boss. Then it's time to go to Sin's Fortress. After almost having a heart attack, we get the bonfire. Then we gotta up to destroy this man's balls. We go and fight Iron Golem. Yo bro, Mojang never did this move, what the hell? And the damage was... And after tickling his knees with our sword, he finally gets down and we win. After that, we go straight to Anorlando as we get to the bonfire. And then of course we go and do Anorlando's shenanigans. We go and finish the third gargoyle and run through the roof and make this sick jump that saves around 1 second. Push the lever, get the bonfire, attack the gargoyle, kill the gargoyle, and then suffering. Suffering again, and again, and again, and again. And what the hell is that? Again, and again, and again, and again. And finally we did it after many times. I'm going to cry, man. I'm going to cry. We finally got the bonfire. And after going the legitimate route, we go and try to fight ONS. We have no flasks though. And we got destroyed. Literally, we did 0 damage. We did not even attack. So we opened the shortcut, resetted the other bonfire. We can farm these guys. And we actually farmed them for a whole hour.
1 hour later.
And we can finally use Humpty Dumpty. It needs 34 strength. And holy fat rolling. Cool. And we entered the boss fight. And after again doing absolutely 0 damage, Smoke kills us with 2 attacks. And after that we started using the Drake Sword and we died again and again. So I said, hey, maybe we could use the tail axe, you know, might be useful. But we died to a fucking Silver Knight. A fucking Hey boy, look at me. I'm chunky. Let's see what they can do with the Havel armor. We absolutely obliterated the first guy. And for the second guy, we Going to the fucking grand beach. Being serious though, we need a better weapon. Our current weapons are not strong enough or fast enough, but there's a weapon that we can use, the Dragon Greatsword. It's gonna be a long way because we need first to go to Ash Lake. It's very down. Then we can meet the Stone Dragon, and then we can finally cut its tail to get the weapon. So the first thing that we need to do is to go down from Orlando to Sin's Fortress. And from Sin's Fortress we can traverse around and then go to the Undead Burg, and then we can finally go to the Filing Shrine. And from Filing Shrine we can use the elevator to go to Blighttown. And from Blighttown we can go to the Great Hollow. And then we have to traverse the Great Hollow going down. And after that we're gonna go to Ash Lake. And then since we are in Ash Lake, we will go all the way to the back of Ash Lake so we can meet the Stone Dragon. I cut its tail and we finally have the weapon. And if you can see, there's a little thing here. I'm cursed. I'm cursed because of the fucking basilisks. I fucking hate this game. Anyways, holy shit, fat rolling. And now I have to go all the way up while I'm being cursed. We finally go to the bonfire. And here, let me be honest with something. I've been suffering from this challenge, and since I've already showed I can get enough souls from farming, I decided to do a little bit of a cheating. So as long as you accept it, me and you will be happy, okay? Okay, let's continue the video. So we duplicate our souls using the duplication glitch. And we upgrade our greatsword, and we got a purging stone so we can cure the curse. And then I went up Sin's Fortress using the elevator, going straight to Orlando, and we start our boss fight again. Here I wanted to know the damage, so I want them to line up, and then I did R2, and look at that damage! Oh yeah, we're winning this shit. Boy, look at that damage. Anyways, after Onstein is dead, we can just win against Mo. It's an easy boss fight, right? We died. Second time going in, we also killed Onstein first as the damage was overwhelming, and I did not fumble this time as I noticed that we can stagger Smo if we just kept on attacking. Now we hit another swag. So we go and destroy the dummy mummy and get the Lord Vessel, and after we put an Orlando to darkness, we go straight ahead to Gwendolyn, and then we died right after. Second try was same, but this time we win. So we went back to the asylum, and we parried the Black Knight. God, I love parrying. Got the doll, and straight ahead to a Stray Demon. Ooh, look at that move. Look at me flexing on y'all. That Stray Demon went with ease, as his movesets are easy to predict. And then we went to the painted world of Ariamis. Humpty Dumpty use! And then we went to defeat Priscilla. But before that, I need to explain something. I made a note on each weapon going for each boss. Humpty Dumpty go for Priscilla, and Priscilla's dagger for the Scaleless, aka Seath. Going in, I had a little bit of a suspicion because Humpty Dumpty is a strong weapon. I scared that I might kill her before even getting the dagger. And at this point of the run, we have already gotten 4 tail weapons. The Drake Sword, the Gargoyle Tail Axe, the Humpty Dumpty, and the Dragon Greatsword. And now we're going to add Priscilla's dagger to our collection. Thankfully we got the tail, and then we just make again a quick work of Priscilla. Then we went straight to the Duke's Archive, made quick work with the boards, and took our first mandatory death of the run. We traverse around the Crystal Cave and go to the arena, and somehow something crazy happened. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but I made Seath attack his own crystal as the dummy that he is, but when I went straight into attack him, his health did not budge. And when I looked back, there was no crystal. So I really don't understand what happened. Second time, I made sure the crystal was broken. And attacking him with the dagger made me question life. What do you mean? 18 damage. We died after doing terrible damage. And then I had the bright idea of using my strong weapons to get the tail first, and then I will finish him with the dagger. So I get the tail and finished him off with the dagger, sealing Humpty Dumpty and the dagger with 1 boss skill each. After that, I went to the blacksmith and bought some green titanite shards, some titanite shards, and large titanite shards. You're gonna ask me, why? Well, I'm finally gonna use the gargoyle axe, as I'm gonna infuse it with fire. And for that, I need 9 titanite shards, and I thought I needed 10 green titanite shards, but actually I only needed 9. And of course, the large fire ember. But you're gonna ask me, why did you buy large titanite shards then? Well, I did because we're gonna use the guardian tail that I'm gonna infuse with crystal. So we also need the crystal ember. We already have the crystal ember as I got it in the Duke's archives. So we went to the demon ruins and got the large flame ember. Then we went straight to the catacombs. I went to Vamos. We upgrade our tail axe and ascend it to fire. And we upgrade it to +7 because we had some red titanite chunks. And killed the Hydra. And then went and killed the golden crystal golem. And that crystal golem in the Duke's archives for the pendant. And then we went inside to go to Ulu Field. And then of course we make quick work of the guardian. We get its tail and finish him off. Ian is just easy. And then we went back to fight the fire demon sage. Or the demon fire sage. Or the fire sage demon. Oh fuck it. The damage was... I cannot defend this axe. Anyways, after a long fight, we win of course. I mean, we pro gamers after all. And then we went back to the blacksmith to upgrade our guardian tail to +10. And then we ascended to crystal for more damage. Then we went inside to fight the centipede demon. The damage did not really surprise me, as I already knew the weapon is gonna be ass, so... And yeah, after a long fight again, we win. After I swayed my sister, we went straight ahead to the worst boss fight ever. After going left to destroy the whatever core is that, we got pushed into the abyss and died. The second time we went to the right side and destroyed the whatever thingy again. And then we got pushed into the same place and died the same death. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And then finish off Fear of Chaos. We are overpowered at this point, but I just went to fight the Moonlight Butterfly. We win and get the Divine Ember. After that we went to fight Sif. And after crying gallons and gallons, we went and we killed Sif. And then we went down to New Land Ruins and we filled the swag jump. We pushed the lever and then entered the boss fight. We made sure we had the ring on and we died. Embarrassing, but we did it second time and we went to the abyss and fight the 4 kings. The damage was okay, but we switched to the greater sword. And then we won. Simple as that. Then I give the Divine Andre to Ember and ascend our Gargoyle Tail Axe to Divine. After that, we went straight ahead to the catacombs again, just to go and fight the strongest boss ever, the hardest boss fight that you will ever encounter. Yeah, of course I was kidding. I just sped up the fight because it's Pinwheel. 3 hits or 5 hits and he's dead. Of course, after winning, we go straight ahead to fight Nito. We go down, and now you see why I infused the Gargoyle Tail Axe with Divine. And then time for Nito. It was a pretty easy fight. Swing here, attack here, dodge here. Yeah, and in the end we won. Of course we had to swag. And after going to the Filing Shrine, I had one thing in mind. I have to finish the DLC. So I went to the Sanctuary, and we went straight to Artorias. In my first try, it was actually pretty close, because the damage was really good, and even though I was fat rolling, or probably mid rolling, I don't know, both are bad, you know. But in the end, sadly, we died. And afterwards we tried many other weapons, but nothing really worked, and we kept on dying and dying and dying. So we went back to the Greatsword, and with no health, we locked the fuck in. And what I mean by that is he was buffing himself, so I just took the chance and finished him. Yeah, Dark Souls. I go and get the Christ key from this mimic, and then I go and give Go the order to snipe Calamite. Calamite goes down and we go after him. Hello Calamite, how are you doing? Anyways, here I was supposed to get the obsidian greatsword. But what do I mean by I was supposed to? Well, this boss fight took me so long, and in the end I didn't even get the tail. I tried many weapons, I tried many techniques, but in the end I just kept dying, and each attempt takes around 5 to 10 minutes. It was frustrating and it took a long time, so in the end I just did not get the weapon. But here, let me show you some of my attempts. So yeah, I know I didn't really get all of the tail weapons and I didn't really kill every boss. I still have Calamite and Manus, but as you can see the damage was pretty good, and for how long I was fighting him I would have probably won regardless. And for Manus, this weapon, the Dragon Greatsword, actually is the best option because it has the R2 special attack that goes a long way, and he has a long openings that we can attack and literally shred his health. But sadly we didn't do these two and we went straight to Gwen. And after we put the Great Lord Souls, we go straight to Gwen. And going to the boss fight, we got Havel's armor for that sweet poise. And yeah, I'm just saying the boss fight is not really thrilling. All is to it that parrying and then attacking. And yeah, I will take this moment to just speak and say that these videos take a long time to make. It took me around a week or more to record, cut, edit. So I'll be very happy if you all can subscribe and like and comment, as the algorithm really loves those. And this is it for today. And always remember, don't you dare go hollow.